I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, to our mayor, to our clerk and treasurer in their absence, to our city attorney, administrative staff, members of the public here in the council chamber, and those viewing via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting. Today is Monday, March 9th, 2026. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to me, the deputy clerk. At this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Bullock.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
And Councilman Wilhite.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum for tonight's regular meeting.
Thank you.
Tonight's regular meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, warrant. 12, communication. And number 13 is adjournment. A motion would be in order to accept tonight's regular meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Jones, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the approval of tonight's agenda. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 2A for approval are the regular meeting minutes held on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 at 7:30 p.m.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
if I may, I'm going to move for the approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting that was held on Monday, February 23rd at 7:30.
Support.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the approval of minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, February 23rd, 2026. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 2B for approval are the minutes from the special meeting public hearing held on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 at 6:45 p.m. to hear comments or objections to the request to vacate Beauchamp Ave and the adjacent alley in the Beauchamp subdivision.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move for the approval of the minutes of the special meeting that was held on, for the special meeting and public hearing that was held on Monday, February 23rd at 6:45 p.m. It was here, the comments and the objections to the request to vacate the Beauchamp Avenue and adjacent alley of the Beauchamp subdivision.
Support.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the approval of the minutes from the special meeting, public hearing held on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 at 6:45 p.m. to hear comments or objections to the request to vacate Beauchamp Ave and an adjacent alley in the Beauchamp subdivision. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mrs. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item number 3 is petitioners. We have 2 petitioners under the agenda. The first petitioner is from Jay Kuderig of Polka Dots Decor and More. He's petitioning council for approval of various special events and road closures. These events were reviewed by the relevant administrative departments, the police department, fire department, parks and recreation, DPW, and DDA, and there were no objections from those departments. The fire department requests that petitioners do not allow parking on Ferndale Street so that fire trucks can respond to emergencies on that street if one may arise. And Mr. Kuderik is here to present his request.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. Pretty much exactly what Deputy Clerk mentioned. All of our markets started last year with our haunted night market, so we're continuing those events this year. Reestablishing the Romulus Farmers Market is our big goal this year, which is going to be on Ferndale. All of our other markets are going to be held over by the historical park.
Any discussion? Let me say this. You got a boatload of stuff going on here. This is exciting. This is exciting. You're gonna light up the downtown.
Thank you. That's
Serious, this is amazing. This is amazing for you to take all this on. It's a lot. But I'm excited about it. I'm gonna make as much as I can, but you got a lot going on here. But, thank you.
Thank you.
If no,
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'd just like to make a comment. I appreciate what you're doing, you
Yeah.
really do, and the public does, and the residents do. You're doing one heck of a job. And we go back many years ago when you did a fundraiser for my animal shelter when I first started, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
If there's no other comments, I'm going to move for the polka dot, for the polka dot decor and more, Jake, for the petition for a special event and the road closures for the events that you mentioned.
Support. All right. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Abdo, to approve the special events request for polka dot special events and road closures as listed here, and authorize a new fee permit for the closure of Ferndale Street from Garter Road to the alley entrance and the closure of Hunt Street from Bibbas to the entrance to the post office for the above mentioned. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, approved. Thanks, Jay.
Agenda item 3B is the second petitioner from Bradford Airport Logistics is requesting a conditional rezoning request. Here on behalf of Bradford Airport Logistics is Mike Rawson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Marcus Tommy. I'm the Director of Economic Development for the Wayne County Airport Authority. I'm here to introduce our team, the so-mentioned Mr. Rawson from Bradford Airport Logistics, who will speak to the nature of this project and its benefits. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Marcus, and good evening, Mayor and council members. We appreciate the opportunity to be here this evening and for you taking the time to hear us out. A little technical difficulty, so we have an updated slide deck for the council this evening. Thank you very much. So what I'd like to do is go through, and first of all, I would like to introduce our team, obviously, the City of Romulus, Wayne County Airport Authority, the Obey Building Company here locally, CNS Engineers, and LS3P. It's the team that is going to help us put this project together. A little bit about what Bradford does. We operate centralized receiving and distribution centers. We've created the market in airports. We have 25 locations throughout the U.S. and 2 in Europe right now. We operate here currently. And really, I wanted to start out with our mission. Our mission is to relentlessly innovate the CRDC operations to be the benchmark leader for the global aviation industry in safety, cost efficiency, security, and sustainability. Our purpose is to help airports run great. A little bit about the project. So what this is, and I'll show a map in just a minute. In essence, it's going to centralize all of logistics. This will be the main logistics center for the airport. All goods destined for sensitive areas of the airport will be coming through the centralized receiving and distribution center. What that does is it takes truck traffic off the terminal fronts, potentially forest hazardous goods away from terminal fronts and sensitive areas of the airport. There are really 4 components we like to look at. One is improved efficiency. It centralizes the operation. 2 is enhanced security and screening. Everything, all goods will be screened, including personnel going into the building. Sustainability. It will support environmental and recycling objectives for the airport and the community. And then obviously the local impact, we plan to include 20% SBE participation with local businesses. So as you can see, this is kind of the setup we have currently. So we operate now at the Evans Terminal and the McNamara, north and south. What you'll see, the new location that we propose, and we're here seeking the conditional rezoning approval, is on the corner of Wayne and Eureka Road. So it takes the operation out of the terminals, reduces congestion, enhances safety and security, and it centralizes it into one location. With that, I'd like to turn the time over to Michael with the CNS Engineers.
Good evening, council members. So my name is Michael Holdwick. I work for CNS Engineers, and I'm one of the members of the design team who's helping Bradford Airport Logistics design this project. So we just wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the project specifics. So first, this is an 11.8 acre parcel located at the southwest corner of Wayne and Eureka Road. So if you're familiar with where the south cell phone lot is, there's a green upland site kind of in that vicinity. That property is owned by the airport authority, and that's the site that we're proposing to develop. The building itself is going to be around a 30,000 square foot logistics facility. It'll be scalable and state-of-the-art. It'll have 10 inbound truck docks, so receiving goods will come into those 10 docks. And then there's 7 outbound docks. That's in a secure area, so that's where the Bradford trucks go, and that's where they go through checkpoint 34, if you're familiar with the airport, and get ultimately to the terminals, so the Evans and the McNamara terminals. There'll also be some employee offices within the facility, so we'll have screening for those for people, both employees and guests, to get checked in. So right now, the site is currently zoned C3, which is highway commercial, and what we're requesting is that it be rezoned conditionally to M2, which is general industrial. In February, so last month, that was approved by the Planning Commission and recommended for the City Council tonight for approval. And if we get approval, ultimately we'll move forward with final design. And once design is complete, we'll come back to the Planning Commission for site plan approval before we begin construction. So a little bit about the justification for the project. The proposed zoning is more consistent with the surrounding area and the vision that the city has for this area. So it's in alignment with the master plan and the future land use map, and it aligns with the industrial and transportation type facilities that are being developed in this area. The current zoning, C3, is more of a retail zoning. It does not allow for logistics or warehousing facilities, so it would be a variance to the current zoning. And we're also seeing that the demand for the retail type facilities that the C3 allows for, they're less in demand, and the logistics developments are more in demand. So it's really not aligned with the long-term vision for the city. So the benefits are, it's more compatible with the development taking place there today. It'll promote economic growth and provide high quality and airport supporting jobs for the surrounding community.
The main point I want to make is really about what the airport is doing here to assist with the community, with Romulus. This project supports the long-term commitments that the city has made. We also have the fact that this is a state-of-the-art facility that's going to be going into the city. This is the next generation of CRDCs. As was already mentioned, these are all across the country, and a few of them are in Europe. And these important facilities help the airport and the surrounding community. But really, it's about bringing a CRDC into Romulus that represents a core need for the airport, but also for the city, it represents a larger opportunity to grow in that southern gateway district and support the city's vision and long-term goals. This project is an opportunity to build that right here in the city. With the sustainability that Bradford has, there's recycling, there's the ability to capture the entire airport's recycling at the new facility. And also, it's going to be a great looking building, which you'll see here in a few minutes. So we're taking a vacant parcel of land in a district that's going to help spur additional development, that additional airport support that is written into the Southern Gateway District. And frankly, we're just really excited about the opportunity to bring something like this into the city.
Question. Y'all gonna be leasing this? Y'all gonna put this investment in this vacant property, build it up and build it out, and then lease it?
The agreements have not been signed yet.
Okay.
We're still working on the design, so those agreements are still to come.
Okay.
Yeah, for today, it's really about getting us to a point where we can release the funds for the design, and then hopefully be able to start construction sometime this summer.
Okay.
Madam Chairman?
Yep, Mr. Wadsworth.
I have a question out there. This is property that the airport condemned back in about '98, and we've lost the tax base on it since then. Is this going on our tax rolls now?
So again, it would be determined on how we structure the lease. Right now, it's getting Bradford, Gilbane, and the team to be able to build the facility, and then we will be entering into negotiations for whatever that structured lease may look like or the operation of the facility.
I guess I should ask the mayor, Bob, is this going back on our tax rolls, is my question.
That's the question. I just ran past legal counsel. I believe that it is, but I can make confirmation at a later date. I believe it's going back on the tax rolls. I'm trying to make sure that it's not in the TIFO.
All right.
So stay tuned.
I like what I
Details on
see,
that.
but I'd like to get some of our tax money back that was taken away from us back in '98 when I sat here. Go ahead.
That's okay. I
Thank you.
started at the airport in 1999, so I've been around for a few years.
I don't blame you, man. I'm not
No.
blaming anybody on me.
I thought I saw something in the documents about going back on the tax roll. Maybe I was mistaken.
I don't think we have that in this presentation,
No?
no.
Okay, might have been, okay, I'm sorry, continue.
That's okay. No, I was finished with my part, so
Okay.
we will turn it over to the other way. Now I messed it up. Okay, take this away.
All right, so I just wanted to zoom in a little bit on the development and show you the preliminary site plan so you have a better understanding of what we're looking at here. So this figure is rotated clockwise, so north is to the right, so just keep that in mind. So on the right-hand side is Eureka Road, and then on the bottom is Wayne Road. So you'll see in the middle, the tan color, that's the building, so that's the 30,000 square foot logistics warehouse. On the south side or the left side of the page, that's where the truck docks are gonna be. So the truck entrance will be on the south side, and the trucks will come in and out there. The employee parking will be on the north side of the building or the right side of the page. You'll also notice that the cell phone lot remains intact, so we're not changing that. We're developing south of that. It'll comply with all the municipal ordinances, so the sidewalk, the setback for the front and the side yard, and then it'll also have your fire circulation road around the facility. And no wetlands will be impacted because there are some environmentally sensitive areas in this area. So we're developing the upland site, and we've done our diligence on that. That's the plan for the site, and
Sure. Again, these are all conceptual images that we put together, but we've been through the zoning ordinances, we understand that there are minimum square footages of materials, what those materials are going to be on the facades. We plan on following all those. We are screening the truck bays from Wayne Boulevard. Again, this is purely conceptual. Well, I want to give you an idea, we don't want this to look super industrial. It's going to look a little more pleasant than that, but we need to develop that. So I open it to any questions you might have on the facades or the architecture, the conceptual architecture.
Any questions from the council?
Not on the building itself.
Okay.
I have some questions.
Okay, you guys still got more in your presentation, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so,
Okay.
okay,
That's fine, I can wait till the
Okay.
end. Right.
Good evening, council members. So just want to give you kind of an idea what the building looks like internally. I'm on the operations side of Bradford, so I kind of help design the inside here. So just see in the green area there, that's all our inbound dock areas where all the goods will come in. Then along that line, separated the green and red areas, that's where we have some state-of-the-art screening equipment. And I cannot, understate the state-of-the-artness of this equipment. I mean, it's brand new state-of-the-art technology for screening to make sure that the traveling public going to the airport remains safe and there's no prohibited item making it through. So this whole building was kind of designed to funnel everything into that red area. There will be a cooler and freezer installed in that upper part of the building there. Where goods will be staged for delivery, they'll be loaded onto outbound trucks and then taken out of the building to the airport. So just a couple other points in here. Like Brian had mentioned, we're going to comply with all the city compliances and ordinances for screening and the look of the building. It's about 30,000 square foot total. The big part of this too, there's scalability that was mentioned, where we can eventually bring in other businesses that operate in the airport to operate in this warehouse too, to keep all that traffic off the airfield and out of the airport. And we're really designing this with sustainability in mind. So There's just another side shot of the building. I'll turn it back over to Mike Ross.
Through the chair.
Mr. Wilhite?
I have a couple questions about, you know, it's well and fine that you're taking all the traffic out of the airport. But my fear about this whole thing is the truck traffic on Eureka and Wayne Road. I live in the south end. I come through Eureka Road, and at peak times when the airport is letting people out, it's backed up past the entrance. So I was looking at your proposal, and you have 35 to 45 inbound trucks off the expressway coming in there to drop their loads, and then you have half of that, or 30 trucks going to the airport. And I noticed that the times were 3 to 6, or 2 to 3 for the inbounds coming off the expressway, which is not that great of a deal. But the outbounds going into the airport is 5 to 7. And that's right at peak time when I worry about the traffic there, because how many trucks do you think will go in there?
No, understood, and thank you for the question. So what we believe you'll see is an improvement to the traffic. Everything, all inbound goods that come to us, they're all meticulously timed and staged, right? So we'll come there, and most of those deliveries occur very early in the morning. The outbound will be Bradford trucks. So everything that comes in, we consolidate, screen, and then load it on our trucks. We have, how many do we have right now, Gage? 4. So you'll see, combining with both operations, we've got 6 trucks. So that's all we'll have going outbound. And basically what we're gonna do is just go right across the street to checkpoint 34 and into the airport.
Okay, so you go in on, what is it, the airport drive, not the entrance to the airport?
No, this operation draws everything completely away from the main entrance to the airport.
Okay, so checkpoint 34 is right there at the
Checkpoint
corner.
34 is right across the street from Eureka.
Okay. And do you guys supply all the vendors within the airport?
Yes,
All right. And you're gonna do that with 6 trucks?
correct. We do it today in 2 different operations, 2 different terminals.
Aren't you located on the airport right now?
We're embedded, but what you would see, and if I would have brought the pictures, you would see what it looks like in the morning. If you've ever been down early in the morning, the FIS, you know, the Federal Customs, right? On the bottom level there, in either terminal, it's goods being delivered to the airport, and it gets backed up.
Right.
All those docks are full, and you have trucks just lining the roadway, congesting the traffic.
And my fear is, I was elected to this position for the residents, not for the airport. And
No,
it's like to move their traffic onto our streets.
No,
you know,
it's actually
that is a
improved.
concern of mine.
And I appreciate the concern.
That's all I have right now.
Okay, thank you.
Through the chair.
Ms. Abdo?
My concern is what benefit is this to the people of Romulus? I've heard the question asked, is this going to be on our tax base? And no one seems to know. I would like to know that for sure.
Through the chair, perhaps a common misconception of the airport is everything within the fence is not on our tax rolls. That's not entirely true. Spirit Airline, their hangars on our tax, we tax that. FedEx, the new FedEx building is on our tax roll. Anything that's not directly correlated to DTW's operations. So this is an opportunity, and like I said, are we excited about trucks? No. However, it's an opportunity to pull something inside the airport, outside the airport, put it back on our tax rolls, and use that property that we lost years ago for the proposed 5th runway.
So it's definitely going to be on our tax rolls.
Yeah, exactly. The only
That's
question
all
that I
I
had was, it looks like there's a carve out in the TIFA where this would go general fund and not TIFA.
understand.
I want to make sure that I'm correct on that.
But it's coming on our tax.
But it's going on the tax
That's
rolls.
all I wanted
Yes.
to know.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
if I could, to the mayor, you're saying it's going to be on TIFA or it's going to be in the general fund?
That's what I want to clarify. If you look at the TIFA map, there's a carve out in that area, so I believe it's not captured, but I can't say that definitively at this point. And I'll get back to council on that.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bullock?
Through the chair. So is this taking over the cell phone lot? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, the cell phone lot will remain.
So is it like behind it? Is that what
Correct, yes.
Okay,
This
so
will be behind
it'll still be there, okay. And then the trucks that you'll be using, just so we're clear, I know everyone talk about trucks. What kind of trucks are you using? Are they semi-trucks, 18-wheelers, or are they just smaller box trucks?
They're smaller box trucks.
Okay. Okay, so,
Yeah,
okay.
so not semis,
Yep. Your deliveries from the freeway, will those be 18-wheelers?
Yes.
I'm assuming, and then your smaller ones running
I
back
mean,
and forth?
some will, there will be a mix, but yes, those will be the inbound trucks coming in to drop off the goods before they're screened, and then the outbound, all of those trucks will be the 6 that were mentioned, those smaller
Okay.
trucks.
Through the chair.
Perfect.
Mr. Mayor?
Just, so the trucks that supply your operations now, how do they enter the site now? Do they come in, you're not increasing truck volume, right? They're already coming into the airport, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, discussion? Did y'all have more of your presentation? I know we kind of dove in with questions.
We got through it, so if there's any other questions, happy to answer.
Anybody? Okay. Well, let me just say this. This was recommended by our planning commission. They are amazing, and they are diligent in their due diligence. So, yes, I'm very comfortable with this because our planning commission put their stamp of approval. I think you went to them a couple of times before them. So, yeah, thank you for the process, and I do have a lot of confidence in our planning commission. So, thank you.
Yes, they put us to work really well, so.
Yeah.
We made the corrections, and I think we got it right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
there's action we need to take on this petitioner.
Okay.
And so with that being said, I'll make a motion to concur with the Planning Commission's finding and approve the first reading and introduction to the conditional rezoning request for RZ-2025-004, Bradford Airport Logistics to rezone 11.88 acres of the 40.52 acre parcel ID number 80-130-99-0001-706 at location 15184 Wayne Road from C3 Highway Business to M2 General Industrial, subject to the finalization and execution of the conditional rezoning agreement by the city attorney.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth for concur with the Planning Commission's finding and approve the first reading and introduction to the conditional rezoning request for RZ-2025-004 Bradford Airport Logistics to rezone 11.88 acres of the 40.52 acre parcel ID number 80-130-99-0001-0706 at 15184 Wayne Road from C3 Highway Business to M2 General Industrial, subject to the finalization and execution of the conditional rezoning agreement by the city attorney. Any more discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Dejan. Couple of things. I want to first want to thank the people who was at our last meeting. We had a lot going on in that meeting, but one of the things that I was just really pleased with at that meeting was the conduct of the people who attended the meeting. It was orderly, it was respectful, and I just want to say thank you. It could have went so many different ways, but it didn't. I want to thank the mayor and his team for what they did to make sure we had an orderly meeting. Ellen, she's not here tonight, and Dejan, what they did, everybody working together as a team to pull up a great front for our city. So, and just the people that attended, just very respectful, very orderly, and I just want to say thank you. I want to thank Captain Harris and the police, the Romulus Police Department for their work on that last meeting too. Lots going on that day, but just want to thank you for your hard work. Also want to shout out to Captain John Thee. He used his hook and ladder, and I'll talk about that some more down the line, as a staging area to help out during that time. So thank you, John Thee, for your help in that during that last meeting with everything going on with the protests. So anyway, just wanted to do those shout outs really quickly. And on that note, regarding the ICE, I want to yield the floor to David Jones, Councilman David Jones, for some couple of words he had over the weekend regarding a meeting he attended. So, Mr. Jones.
Madam Chair, Saturday I attended the meeting for the Coalition Against ICE and the detention center in our neighborhood. And they were very supportive of our proposal against the detention center. It was a pleasant meeting. It was informative. They meet every Saturday. But it was just good to know that what they're doing in the meeting in our city about the detention center. It was most of the people there was not from Romulus, but they was against the detention center in our city.
Oh, thank you. And I just want to say that we passed that resolution at the last meeting. So it's not just about passing a resolution. We're very passionate about what's going on in our city and how it affects our city. So I want to thank you, Councilman Jones, for participating in that meeting, just kind of, getting ears on what's going on and then just letting us know. So thank you for that. And then on that note, I'm going to yield the floor for you for a resolution.
Yes, Madam Chair, I like to offer a motion for a memorial resolution for John Bradley. John Bradley had been the secretary of St. John's Lodge for pretty close to 20 years. He's been a member of St. John since back in the 50s. And I just like that for the resolution for him. He passed this today at 1:30.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Jones, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth for the memorial resolution for John Bradley, the secretary of the St. John's Lodge over 20 years. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. And then just a couple other quick things. I want to yield the floor to Celeste for a resolution.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to ask for a memorial resolution for Ella Geis. Ella Geis is the daughter of Doug and Erica Geis. Erica Geis is one of our state senators. And she passed away on February 25th after about a 3.5-year battle of cancer. She's very young. She's a teenager. And just like to keep Doug and Erica and their son Michael in our prayers and thoughts during this time. And they've been through a long 3 years with this battle with a rare cancer that she had. But anyways, I would like to ask for a memorial resolution for Ella.
I'll support that.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Ms. Abdo for the memorial resolution for Ms. Ella Geis. Any discussions? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. And then nextly, I want to talk about, I'm excited about what's going on Bubby's. I'm just saying right now, just excited about what's going on with Bubby's. All these events going on in our downtown. So again, thank you, Jay and the team for that. And then we haven't got to it yet, but I'm excited about things with the Parks and Rec, what Colleen is going to have coming down the line before us. I'm sorry, I'm putting you on front right now, but we'll be voting on that in a minute. But I just want to just exciting stuff in our city, emphasis on our Parks and Rec, just things that's going on in our city. It's just really good time to be in the city of Romulus. And just shout out to you for your mother and son bowling event. That was really well attended, very nice. All the characters that dressed up. Colleen was dressed up, so great job for another great event. So thank you for what you do with that and all your events. Thank you. And then I want to shout out to the mayor and the chief of staff for their monthly department meeting. I attended the second one for this year, and just very well run and just very informative. And so I just want to say thank you guys for that and allowing me to sit in on those meetings. Very informative. And, everybody know my favorite right now is Hook and Ladder. Hook and Ladder. I went to an event over the weekend, and they had an event, the Miscast Cabaret. And what it is, and what I love about this particular event, all the events I've been there have been amazing, but this one was focused on youth. The youth, they had a cabaret, they call them miscast because they were singing these roles of show tune favorites, but people that sung the songs were not the people you think would sing the song. So if it was just very interesting. They have a show this Saturday. If you're interested, I ask you to check them out. And it's this Saturday at this 14th. You have to go on the Hook and Ladder website, hookandladder.ludus.com for times for the show. But it is this Saturday, and it's called the Miscast Cabaret Young Folks, our young folks. And I love when we focus in on our young folks, very talented young folks that I saw over the weekend. And we have to focus on our youth. We have to focus on our youth. And so a shout out to the mayor. He has the youth council. You know, he focuses on the youth. And y'all, we're not going to be here all the time. We just not. So we have to train up our kids and train up our young people. Colleen, I commend you on the people you put on the Reclamation Commission. You got young folks. We need that in our community because we ain't gonna be here all the time, y'all. So let's train up these people and have a good succession plan for our youth in our community. So thank you, Mayor, for what you do with the Youth Council and in your involvement with the schools and your work with the superintendent. That's all key in our community. So thank you. And so with that being said, with Hook and Ladder, y'all, again, they are having a ribbon cutting. March 17th, is that St. Patrick's Day? Yes, no? Yeah, no? Okay. March 17th from 2 to 6, ribbon cutting at Hook and Ladder. So ask you to be there. I'm sure it's going to be a great event. John Thee, I told him I would show this up at the meeting. So Hook and Ladder, the official ribbon cutting from 2 to 6, 35255 Garden Road. I need to show that. And then I also need to show that I picked up over the week, my Hook and Ladder bag. So Lee, Hook and Ladder, I ask you to support them. They are new here. They are doing a phenomenal job. So I ask you to just support them. Go catch a show. It's very worth the time. I really thought it was a great investment. I go to a lot of shows there, and I love them. But the one with the youth just really touched my heart because it's the youth, and they like the support. I got an email this morning from the, I think it's the director who she works with the kids, just thanking her for my presence. And I told her it wasn't nothing to thank me for because she's working with these youth. So check out our Hook and Ladder. If you can make it this Saturday, you have to go on the website again and find out the ticket information. But just support our local business, Hook and Ladder, Bubby's. We have so many local businesses down here that we need to be supporting. So thank you for that, and I think that will close out my report.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Second.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Jones to approve the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Deputy Clerk, those in the audience here today, and those tuning in at home. A couple items before my action items. First and foremost, there's so much going on right now in the city of Romulus that we have no control over. But I want to commend all the elected officials and working in unity on this issue and having united front. So much work goes in behind the scenes trying to address this issue. And then last meeting, I dropped in some last-minute legislative changes that were being proposed. And council didn't waste any time, and they voted a resolution in opposition of that. Basically what that language was, it was introduced by the Home Builders Association and the Michigan Association of Planners, and it was called preemption legislation, and it took away a city's right to govern in order to increase housing. There's not a city out there that's having a hard time developing houses right now because of our own zoning ordinances. So the reason we participate with MML, CWW, SEMCOG, they let us know they're trying to push that legislation through at the last minute. We got involved, and thank you to City Council for passing that resolution, because that allowed me to go to the meetings the next day and say unanimously opposed. And this is why, because we're not going to give up that local control. But if MML wouldn't have been paying attention to that legislation, we wouldn't have been notified. And I don't know if you noticed it, but there's a press conference and over 1,300 communities were involved in this because it matters to everybody. And because of that action, it preempted, or it got MML to propose legislation that allows them to achieve that goal, and it's called Partnership Over Preemption. So we're in the middle of going through that right now. I think it's a good compromise, and we're being asked to sit at the table and have some input there. So I'll be in Lansing for the next 2 days discussing those legislative pieces, but those are the things that the public don't see that goes on behind closed doors, that we work hard to protect this community, and I wanted to thank council for that. Also, just a quick update. We all know that council passed a unanimous resolution in opposition to the proposed ICE detention center. As of this date, we still have no confirmed communication from the federal government or DHS that they plan to use it as a detention center. However, we were able to locate on a FEMA floodplain site a complete narrative and write-up that was on there. The odd part of that, as soon as I went on WJR talking about that, it disappeared from the internet, so they pulled it down. But we have a printed copy. We had a great meeting last week with the AG, and they have that letter as well, and we're still trying to work. So as of last week, we have support letters from Peters, Slotkin, and also Dana Nessel, our AG. So we have a lot of people at the federal level right now and at the state level that are supporting us. But I just want to reiterate that the city of Romulus unanimously opposes any proposed use for a detention center by ICE in the city of Romulus. And there's been so many conversations that happen, like I said before, with this city council and elected. People think that we just show up here and have a meeting. There's so many conversations where our phones are ringing all weekend, and that's to be prepared for a meeting and also to work on issues like this. 2 council meetings ago, we had a U of M student that was here as part of a project. And we had some pretty weighty issues on the agenda. And they came up to me after and they told me what they were working on. And they said, does all of your council meetings run like that? Because it was such an oddity. And I said, there's so much work that goes on behind closed doors, that we see before the camera comes on and the questions are answered and how we smoke things out for city council. We're transparent, but we're prepared. So they were impressed by how well we operated. And then the last meeting we had, even with the protests we had here and with the work we got done, we had CBS News comment on it after. They said, I've never seen a council being run like that. And I said, all the issues and the heartburn sorted out before that camera comes on, because we want to be prepared at this meeting. If the council has an issue with an issue, we will smoke it out, find out what the issue is, or pull it from the agenda. We want to make sure, that we are a united front up here for the residents of Romulus. So I want to thank City Council for working on those key topics and those issues. And also, we had, like I said, U of M students that were here learning, and we had CBS out here, and they all noted how smooth that run. CBS had also commented that DC and Lansing could learn from the city of Romulus.
Wow.
So, well done. Hats off to you guys
Wow.
for that, and I appreciate all the work we're doing behind the scenes. Heavy lifts going on right now, especially being able to handle these preemption laws that are out there, and also the detention center issues. So thank you for your support on those.
Thank you, Mayor.
That being said, I want to turn your attention to the monitor for announcements from the mayor's office and Vanessa Tolliver.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Tolliver, and here are some events happening in Romulus. Hook and Ladder Theater Company would like to invite the community to a ribbon cutting celebration on Tuesday, March 17th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Join them for snacks, refreshments, and then have a look at the new theater. The ribbon cutting will be at 2 p.m. St. Aloysius Church is hosting a fish fry dinner every Friday until March 27th. The cost of the meal is $15 for an adult, and curbside pickup is also available. The community Easter egg hunt will take place on Saturday, March 28th at the Romulus Historical Park beginning promptly at noon. This event is free for ages 11 and under. Please bring your own basket. Thanks, everyone. Remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website for more information. You have yourself a lovely evening.
Thank you, Vanessa. Great job as always. The action items I have up for my report is one is for downtown activity street closures. I respectfully request the City Council authorize a no-fee permit for all downtown activities in the closure of Hunt Street, beginning at Bibbins and ending at the entrance of the post office for sounds in our district.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe.
I'll make that motion, concur with administration, and authorize a no-fee permit for all downtown activities and the closure of Hunt Street beginning at Bibbins Street and ending at the entrance of the post office on Friday, June 12th, July 10th, August 14th, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the sounds in our district.
I second that.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Jones to concur with administration and authorize a no-fee permit for all downtown activities and the closure of Hunt Street beginning at Bibbin Street and ending at the entrance of the post office on Friday, June 12th, July 10th, and August 14th, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for sounds in our district. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Roscoe. Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is the road closure request for Juneteenth activities. I respectfully request the City Council authorize closure of Hunt Street, beginning at Bibbins and ending at the post office entrance on Saturday, June 20th, 2026, for the 4th annual Juneteenth celebration.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth.
I'm gonna move that we have a road closure for the June teen activities, which will be on June the 20th. It's the 4th annual community celebration. It'll run from noon to 5 p.m.
Second.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Mr. Jones, to concur with administration and authorize the closure of Hunt Street beginning at Bibbin Street and ending at the entrance to the post office on Hunt Street from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, June 20th, 2026, for the fourth annual Juneteenth community celebration. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. For the next item I have up, there was a memo that was added to everybody's station that was accidentally omitted from the package, so you have that now. It's a 3-year contractual service agreement for grass and weed cutting. I respectfully request City Council award ITB 25-26-14 to the lowest per square foot bidder, Outdoor Exports Incorporated, for grass and weed cutting, the needed work specified in bid documents, the Ordinance Public Safety Department. Gary Harris, Deputy Finance Director, has verified funds for this acquisition have been budgeted for and are available.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe.
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and award ITB 25/26-14 to the lowest price per square foot bidder, Outdoor Experts Incorporated, for a 3-year contractual services agreement for grass and weed cutting for as needed work specified in bid documents for the Ordinance/Public Safety Department.
Support.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth, to concur with administration and award ITB 25/26-14 to the lowest price per square foot bidder, Outdoor Experts, Inc., for a 3-year contractual service agreement for grass and weed cutting for as needed work specified in bid documents for the Ordinance Public Safety Department. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth. Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is a 3-year pricing for Department Class A and B uniforms. Respectfully request council award ITB 25-26-15 to the most responsive and responsible bidder, Alley Brothers Uniform Incorporated, for the City of Romulus police officers. Gary Harris, Deputy Finance Director, has verified funds for this acquisition have been budgeted for and are available.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Jones.
I move to concur with the administration and award the ITB 25/26-15 to the most responsive and responsible bidder, Allied Brothers Uniform Incorp., for a 3-year pricing contract for Class A and Class B uniforms for the City of Romulus police officers.
I'll second it.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Mr. Jones, seconded by Mr. Wilhite, to concur with the administration award ITB 25/26-15 to the most responsive and responsible bidder, Alley Brothers Uniforms, Inc., for a 3-year pricing contract for Class A and Class B uniforms for the City of Romulus police officers. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is a change order for the security system upgrade at Romulus Police Department. I respectfully request council authorize the attached change order requesting additional funds to Resolution 25-385 in the amount of $12,637.76 to upgrade the access an enterprise version of security software for Romulus Police Department. Gary Harris, Deputy Finance Director, has verified funds for this acquisition have been budgeted for and are available.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move for the change order for the a security system upgrade. It's Resolution 25-385, and it's in the amount of $12,637.
Support.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Roscoe, to concur with the administration and authorize the attached change order requesting additional funds to resolution number 25-385 in the amount of $12,637.76 to upgrade the access and enterprise version of the security software for the Romulus Police Department. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is a sole source purchase of self-contained breathing apparatus for the fire department. I respectfully request City Council authorize the sole source purchase of additional self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA, the Romulus Fire Department at a total cost of $31,500. Gary Harris, Finance Director, Deputy Finance Director, has verified funds for this acquisition are available for.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the sole source purchase of additional self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA equipment from McQueen Equipment for the Romulus Fire Department at a total cost of $31,500 under the terms of sole source purchases, exception in section 39-11 of the City of Romulus's purchasing ordinance.
I'll second it.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wilhite, to concur with administration and authorize the sole source purchase of additional self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA equipment from McQueen Equipment for the Romulus Fire Department at a total cost of $31,500 under the terms of sole source purchase exception in section 39-11, subsection D, subsection 1, C1 of the City of Romulus purchasing ordinance. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. And one last item, not more of an update rather than an action item. Regarding the protest we had here last week, I've been here 25 years. I've never seen an event like that at our city hall. And we all spoke highly of PD and how they acted, how they handled the situation. So many meetings went on before that happened with the organizers and their management. And it was a great meeting, great demeanor, whether you support it or not. It's freedom of speech, and they're allowed to do it. And they did it in a professional manner. Some people were worried about that. They were either far left or far right. We're here to cause trouble. That didn't take over and drown out the messaging. But we got to give a nod to our new Chief Havner over there, too. So we threw him right into the lion's den. And he was the man at the door saying, fire code 1 in, 1 out. And he did a great job with his demeanor and professionalism. That could have been a really volatile moment. And great job. Thank you for jumping right in and make sure everybody stayed safe. So I agree. That could have been, if Romulus is asleep at the wheel, that could have been a very volatile situation in front of our city hall. And there were some knuckleheads out here banging on windows. We had to clean footmarks off in the morning, but that was definitely not the majority of the people who were out here who wanted to voice their opinions and exercise their rights to free speech. So well done by the people who were here and also the City of Romulus for handling that, and our PD and our public safety and everybody that had a hand in making sure everybody went home safe that night. Great job. And that concludes my report for the night.
Okay. Thank you for that, Mayor. And I did have you, Chief Hefner, on my report and forgot to say your name in the shout out, so I concur with the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Agenda item 6 is the clerk's report. There are 2 action items under the clerk's report. Agenda item 6A is for a first reading introduction of the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. So it's requested that council approve the first reading and introduction to the 2025 to 2030 City of Romulus Parks and Recreation Master Plan.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe.
I would like to make a motion for the first reading and introduction to 2025-2030 City of Romulus Park and Recreation Master Plan.
Support.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth to approve the first reading and introduction to the 2025-2030 City of Romulus Parks and Recreation Master Plan. Any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Roscoe?
I would just like to say, Colleen, you did a great job with everything, and being your first go-around, as you say, you did a great presentation, and when I came when you had the residents come and everything, that was a really good meeting. So I wanted to say thank you.
Any more discussion? And I concur with you, Ms. Roscoe. This is a great job right here. You had a lot of historical stuff in here that I'm going to call you about it later. Stuff that I didn't even know about in our city. I was like, oh, wow, okay. It was really, really put together really well. A lot of detail, a lot of statistics and facts, and like I said, Romulus history that I wasn't aware of. So thank you for that.
And your team. And her team. Everybody that
Oh, and your
worked together
team.
with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, good. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 6B is a study session request for Monday, April 13th, 2026 at 5:30 PM. But before we get to the action, we do have a public comment request from Matt Marlin, who would like to speak prior to council taking action on this.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, City Council. I'm part of the group that Councilman Jones attended their meeting. I noticed that it says 5:30 on next Monday. I've submitted a letter for him to share with all of you, and we are planning on doing a press release that we would love for you all to be at in front of the council, in front of the ice camp at 5 on that Monday. So if there is a way to, and we've already invited multiple other groups, including news outlets, to come and cover our press release. So if there is a way to reschedule that study session, we would love to have you all there.
Thank you.
And then I have another comment later about what the actual meeting and stuff is.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
You can do that on the public comment. Thank you. Okay.
All right, so it's requested, Treasurer Stacy Page is requesting a 30-minute study session for Monday, April 13th, 2026 at 5:30 PM to discuss the quarterly investment report. The date and time are available for this request. This particular study session was originally scheduled for the 23rd, but Treasurer Page, as well as Gray Leckley, was very amendable and agreeable to cancel it to give time for the protests and for any elected officials to participate. They're just trying to get this back on the schedule.
Who's got that motion?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Jones?
I move that we schedule the request for 30-minute study session for Monday, April the 13th, 2026 at 5:30 PM for a quarterly investment report.
Support.
Thank you. Motion by Mr. Jones, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the rescheduling the 30-minute study session for Monday, April 13th, 2026 at 5:30 PM for the quarterly investment report. Any discussion? I want to say thank you for coming up. We postponed this meeting before, and so, yeah, I get it. But thank you for the invitation. We can't put her off again, so, and it was because of what happened at the last meeting. So thank you, though, for the invitation. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Before I close out the clerk's report, just want to make one final reminder that the City of Romulus and the Cemetery Boards of Trustees will be conducting its annual spring cleaning of the Romulus Memorial Cemetery. So all floral arrangements, which includes wreaths and grave blankets, must be removed by March 15th. That is this coming Sunday. The cleanup will begin next week. Both fresh and artificial flowers must be an unbreakable vase. For a full listing of the prohibited items, you can go on the city's website, or you can contact the clerk's office at 734-942-7 7540. And that will conclude the clerk's report.
Thank you.
Number 7 is the treasurer's report, and there is no items under the treasurer's report. Number 8 is public comment. And this is the portion of the agenda for those in the audience who would like to address the city council. The rules to address the city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you would like to address city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak. Any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Please note, any comments or responses from the city council will be made under agenda item 9, which is unfinished business. Madam Chair, we do have several public comment cards requesting to speak to council. The first one I have is from Matt Marlin again.
Okay.
Hello, thank you. As I said, I'm with the Coalition to Shut the Camps, and we formed at the protests outside. That's where we were first pulled together. We have been doing weekly meetings at the Marriott by the airport, and we've also been canvassing with letters like these. I gave Councilman Jones a couple to pass out to the group. We have come up with a 5-step plan between 5 different regulatory agencies for ways to slow and shut down the ice camp, because that was requested at the last council meeting, was actionable items. You are one of the 5 regulatory bodies who we believe can take direct action, and I've shared that letter with Councilman Jones so that he may get it all to you. We also are doing a press release of the letter. We are showing it to you beforehand in hopes that you will sign on and be signatories for it. But we are doing that press release on on Monday at 5, the 13th, which is why I had mentioned in the prior meeting or prior section. I understand that it was already rescheduled because of the protests, but these are not normal times, and I really don't want more of what happened outside. It was good in here, but I fear that more uncertainty regarding the ice facility is only going to bring trouble to Romulus. Nobody wants that, especially everybody here. And so I think that, I know that there's a lot going on behind closed doors that we don't see, and I thank you, Councilman Jones, for coming to the meeting to join us in our organization efforts. We do have one letter directly for the mayor, because you are the leader of the town. I've shared that with Councilman Jones. If he can get that to you, we would love to have everybody on. I understand you can't make it to the actual press release, but it's at 5. The meeting starts at 5:30. I don't know how much time you spend before, but these are not normal times, and they will continue to get less and less normal as long as that facility is in town. That is not what anybody wants, but we want peace in Romulus, and part of that is ice will disrupt the peace as well. You know that. Please join us and get the information from Councilman Jones. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You had 700 doors. You knocked at 700 Romulus doors in the last 2 years.
I got one.
You got one?
I got one.
Fantastic.
All right. The next public comment card we have is from Diane Roy.
Good evening. I feel like I'm just going to join the love fest y'all have for Romulus here. And thanking you guys, the mayor's office, the police department, the fire department. I thought it was awesome. I have, as I stated last meeting, I am very proud to be a resident of Romulus. And, it came on kind of sudden for everybody. So you guys responded awesome. And I really appreciate that. And I know other people appreciate that. I thank you guys for always supporting this community, always listening to people. You guys went over time limit to make sure everybody had a chance to speak. And even so far as to going outside to make sure that people who could not enter the building were not waiting to speak. And I really appreciate that as well. I met a lot of people. I had a lot of people come, and I warned them about parking. I said, there's not a whole lot of parking around here, but they were like, well, there's not a lot of parking. I'm like, told you. And I met a couple who were here at the meeting prior to the protest. And they're from Plymouth, and you were saying that people were commenting how well our city council is run. They said the same thing. And I met other people that said the same thing. So kudos to you guys, because people that come and see these things and they come into this meeting, especially the last meeting and how everything was, and they see how professional you guys are, how respectful you guys are, how receptive you are to the community and the surrounding communities, and I just think that is something that really needs to be applauded for you guys. The only thing else that I have to say, I know this is a very important fight, and it's very public right now, and it's kind of pressing and stuff, but I really encourage us to work together on our housing. You've mentioned the housing problems that we have in Romulus and the laws and the zoning and everything we have, and I just continue to urge that we work on that, because we do have a housing crisis in the state of Michigan and in the community of Romulus, especially in the West Village mobile homes, where there is not just a housing crisis, but a health crisis going on there. So I just encourage you to keep those lines of communication open and, you know, work with us to fix these issues. And thank you again.
Thanks, Diane. Appreciate that.
The next public comment card I have is from Michael Calabrese.
Romulus City Council. I came here to tell you how proud I am, and that's a feeling that I rarely have, is pride, because I see a lot of horrible things happen everywhere. I read the news, and I shouldn't, because it's bad for my psyche. Soon I go back to work. I broke my hand a few months ago, and sorry for the sweaty handshake, Mr. Mayor. She's still healing a little bit. I can almost make a fist. I came here to say a few things. One is, I've been observing that building, that ICE facility. I mean, I call it a concentration camp, but facility, whatever. I've seen vehicles going in and out of the parking lot. I've seen a couple of the truck bay doors. They have the green and red light, means loading, unloading. Been sitting there with some binoculars. I don't think that's safe for me to do, obviously, but I don't really care, because I'd rather, if they're gonna disappear me, I'd rather be on the right side of history of things. You know, like if I could only be 40 and be on the right side of history, I guess I'll take it. Let me clarify, I'm not suicidal, so if somebody finds me with a couple of rounds in the back of my head, that wasn't me. I came here to talk about a couple of things. What's his name? I seen the video of Gregor Butzow get pushed to the ground or whatever, and I've been reading about them. Gropers, they're nationalist Christians, or Nazis for short. They don't believe in one nation under God. They believe in one God under one nation. And it's kind of a supremacist thing. I can't say how I felt about watching that video, I don't think, but hey Gregor, what kind of an American are you? It sounds a little Russian to me. I don't like the idea of paid agitators coming to town. I don't like how some of those protesters were banging on the doors. You know, obviously we need peace. We need decorum. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? Misplaced aggression. And I know a little bit about misplaced aggression. When I was younger, I was a lot more aggressive in a positive manner, not like going out there causing trouble. But like I said, pride, nationalism, there's a lot of things going on out there. When Congress votes to hide its sexual misconduct after one of their staffers set themselves on fire after having an affair with one of them, that doesn't make me too proud to be an American. When I see a military Marine get his arm broken for pointing out the fact that nobody wants to go die in a pointless war, that doesn't make me feel too proud to be an American. But you guys, your unanimous vote your conviction. I'm not used to feeling like that. There's a few other things I want to say, but my time is running short. Oh yeah, I go back to work soon, so you probably won't see me too much, you know, being busy with whenever this thing gets healed. But I appreciate you guys, and I don't know, I hope that we have more than just strong words for these monsters.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The last public comment card I have is for Laura Perry.
Good evening, council, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak. My name is Laura Perry, and I am a candidate that is running for state representative in our upcoming midterms. I wanted to come out today to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm running. I was born here in Wayne County, grew up in Monroe County, currently live in Dundee Township. I have 4 children, which live with me in Dundee with my husband. He's a lineman, so he works for our utility companies. And I am very much excited for this run. I started my career going on a soccer scholarship to Upper Iowa University, where I triple majored in finance, business administration, and sociology. From there, I went to grad school at the University of Toledo, and I worked for the city of Toledo, state of Ohio, building out their first wage garnishment program. They did not have a wage garnishment program, had local taxes that were uncollected. I worked with them to create the infrastructure, and in the first year, we collected $1 million and helped them work towards a balanced budget. In 2012, I took on a position with a healthcare staffing company where I quickly earned my position in executive leadership, and we moved from staffing in one state to taking it nationwide. One of the largest divisions that I created was our government division. I got us on contract with the GSA, and we staffed with VA hospitals, military bases, correctional facilities, and state hospitals where they still existed, as well as a school division, so staffing critical therapy services within our schools nationwide. In 2021, I decided to invest locally, and I purchased a 75-year-old sporting good business in Monroe County. We've since expanded it into 3 different locations: Frenchtown, Dundee Township, and the city of Monroe. You guys wouldn't know it, but I just came from soccer practice. I'm a 6-year varsity soccer coach at St. Mary's Catholic Central. I'm very involved with our youth. And I sit on the City of Monroe's DDA, and I chair the Dundee DDA. So I very much appreciate all that you guys do. I'm running to represent 15 different municipalities. I see the challenges that our young people are going through. I do not want to see the kids that I coach, my kids, leave our great state for lower cost of living and opportunities. I know that we have a lot of high impact industries that are trying to come into our local townships, cities, villages, and I want to make sure that you have a strong, principled voice to represent you. I am a strong advocate for local control. I want to be here to listen to you, to get to know Romulus, and then to be a voice for you in the future. So that cuts my time, but I'll be back to speak some more. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I have no more requests to speak public comment cards.
Okay, so we'll open it up to the audience if anybody would like to speak.
I just wanted to clarify, that whole outfit that I wore last time I was here, that is not some YouTube clout chasing. I don't post those videos. I don't post videos online.
Okay.
The only time that my camera goes on is when I feel someone's aggressing me and I don't feel safe.
Gotcha.
I don't feel safe a lot of times nowadays. Like I said, I've been observing that facility, and I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff that I wanted to say when I came up here, but I'm bad at this. I'm nervous. I don't speak in front of crowds ever. I haven't been socializing very much since I broke my hand. But yeah, man, there's a lot of messed up stuff, like you said. There's a lot of messed up stuff going on. It's a dangerous time to have an opinion and be voicing those opinions. But you know, we got to be on the right side of history. Or, I mean, you can sell your soul to not be, but that's okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to close that part out.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. Number 9 is unfinished business.
Through the chair.
Mr.
Just a couple of quick
Yeah.
comments. And as much as I appreciate everybody's behavior and demeanor, well, most of the people that were there, please convey with your leadership group too that City of Romulus stands with you. We're opposed to this. This dropped on our lap. We had no idea this was coming. So we're doing all we can to prevent it from the legal side of things. But every time there's a protest, we're in the roadway, we're gonna make sure that police are out there, and everybody's gonna be safe, first and foremost. We don't see anybody get injured. But just the other night was about a $10,000 drain on the city of Romulus, just to make sure everybody was safe. So there's a big impact, and it's not something that the city of Romulus invited or wanted to come here. And on that note too, I also want to make a comment, and I saw a lot of the media outlets that were putting out there, and they led us to believe that because of the protest, city council took action. That's completely false. City council talked and sorted it out and took action way before that protest was on here. You guys were on the ball. You were negotiating with legal counsel about how to pass that resolution. There was polling going on to make sure everybody was comfortable with it, but kudos to you for taking the proactive action there. And it absolutely did not happen because there was a protest outside. Whether the protest happened or not, that action was going to happen here that night. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Mayor.
Madam Chairman.
Mr.
If I
Wadsworth?
could, under unfinished business.
Okay.
To the mayor. Mayor, I got some calls today, people that live on Merriman between Ecorse and Beverly said that they see sidewalks going up all over our city. Is there any plans to give them a sidewalk? They talked about a boy was sitting on a bike there about a year and a half ago. He was out in the street. Between Ecorse and Beverly, it'd be the east side of Merriman. Some of them people have been there 50, 40 years, and they were just curious.
I know as those sites and those vacant lots get developed and required to put a sidewalk in there, but as of right now, there's no, we don't have the funding for something like that. We could take a closer look at it. Maybe there's.
I wish you would, please.
We got a great grant writer, and we could put her to work, and they just secured that grant for the Beverly Road sidewalk that's going in as well, so we can.
Okay, because I don't believe there's any homes going north from there. The homes are between Beverly and Ecorse.
We can definitely look into that.
Thank you.
Through the chair. This is Matt, correct? I just want to confirm that date with you, so it seemed a little off to me. You said April 13th is your press release? That's almost a month away.
Sorry, April 13th is.
Yes, it seems a little odd, 30 days away.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct. My bad. It is this next month.
Okay, so we could make it to this one
5 p.m. at the camp.
on the
Monday.
16th.
Yes.
The 16th at 5 p.m.
Completely my bad. I'm just a little nervous.
No, you're good. It just seemed like I'm waiting 30 days to put it out. I was like, wait a second.
It's when?
So he originally said the press release was on the 13th, which was on our paperwork, but that's almost 30 days away. He's actually doing it this coming
Monday.
up Monday.
Gotcha.
At
Thank you
at
for
5.
clarifying.
So we wanted to go to it.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
so much. I was nervous up there.
No worries. Did you have something, Mr. Jones? No? Okay. Anything else on the unfinished business? Gonna close that out.
All right, number 10 is new business. Number 11 is a warrant for approval, is warrant number 2605.
Through the chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 2605 in the following amounts. General Fund, $178,098.36. Major Street Fund, $5,928.93. Local Street Fund, $74,541.38. Public Safety Fund, $37,053.07. Cable TV, $5,164.63. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $45.89. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $111,424.12. Tax Increment Finance Authority, $11,662.63. Downtown Development Authority, $1,500.28. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $14,809.18. 911 Service Fund, $3,106.60. Law Enforcement Federal, $197.50. Library Fund, $7,663.86. CIP Bonds, Court Building, $500. Capital Improvement Bonds, $166.67. Water and Sewer Fund, $1,524,364.33. Motor Vehicle, $112,511.71. Technology Services, $8,440.30. Retiree insurance benefits, $148,639.28. Revolving fund, $10,837.50. Current tax, $24,893.42. Impress payroll fund, $299,652.92. Totaling all funds, $2,581,202.56.
Supported.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth for the approval of warrant number 26-05 for checks presented in the amount of $2,581,202.56. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 12 is communications.
Any communications?
All right, if there's no communications, number 13 is adjournment. The time is 8:53.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for the adjournment of this meeting. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.